Hey, how's it going, fellas? Triple X here, bringing you guys another 1-0 ranked 1v1. So this is a rematch. In the previous match, I played against this guy. We queued up. We played back-to-back. In the previous match, I played against this guy. I thought he was going to A10 rush me, and then he just absolutely creamed me on the ground. So I was happy to get a rematch, because I was like, okay, now that I'm not preparing for an A10 rush, maybe I'll have a chance. And ended up being a pretty cool game. Yeah, it did. We're gonna get into it now. Oh yeah, I want to go. I guess going into the deployments would be cool. So I wanted a Hellram. The reason why I wanted this Hellram was to just pick off any pesky IFVs that were going to be around, because I noticed in the first game we played that he uses a lot of Jaguars and he really likes his Bradleys as well. So that's what that guy's there for. Maybe it can get some cheeky shots off on the M1A1 ACAV. This is the cheaper Hellram with only the toe, the normal toe, not the big toe. This is the little toe. This is the pinky toe. And, well, I swapped it out for the other toe, because I don't really use 6 of them in the game, unless I really, I don't know, I'm really into it. But, yeah, going back to it. I've got Terriers, 2 Terriers going over here, along with 2 of these Rover Milans, and then I've got 2 Terriers going over here, along with SAS Patrol. And I've got a Milan 2 that I'm going to try to rush into the church. I feel like that would be a good move to get into the church right here and obstruct his movement through this whole area, basically. And I think it was a good move. It was just poorly executed, perhaps. I don't know. We'll see. And some Javies, tracked rapier, because he do be using helicopters and he uses them well. And Challenger Mark II with a Spartan for exceptional optics to guide it through the darkness. From our opponent here, we got air rifles going right there. We've got a Cobra right there. We've got a Bradley right there. M1A1 ACAV, BGS, M1A1 CV. So 2 M1A1s off the start. He has a tank advantage in this opener. Got IHawk, Heimishusen. IHawk's going over here. Heimishusen's going over there, I believe. And we got another IHawk right here. He also is not a fan of bombers, just like me. Anyways, we'll get right into it. I suppose put this on like times, I don't know. Should this be one long video or should it be fast? Because this is a long game. I don't know, we'll put it on times 3. And I'll try to talk fast better than I normally do. So I'm going to land the Lynx Hellarm right here just to obstruct his movement through there and be annoying without being able to get sideswiped by F-16s. Milan's moving up right there. I do get the transport. I don't get what was in it. Hellram survives that. BGS, boom, got blasted by the M1A1 ACAV. Bad micro on my part. I should have dismounted him with this. Over here, my SAS Patrol got sniped by those arrow rifles, which definitely sucks. I definitely would have had more staying power there if my SAS Patrol didn't get transport sniped. And, yep, Hellram died. I tried to take it off the ground, and then both of my Paramilans died in exchange for some damage on that guy. I really should have tried to micro them better to be out of range of those bushes, out of range of tank gun range of those bushes. And now I got the Challenger looping around. I'm trying to put the Challenger, I tried to path it this way, but for some reason it didn't do that. It just went that way. Fantastic. But I did get the tower for a little bit. He's dropping off more air rifles in here, and I still have the Paris in there as well. I'm still having so much trouble putting this guy in here for some reason. But there was an M1A1 ACAV up there, and I was trying to split him in 2 different directions so I could get a sight shot on him. He wisely backs up out of there. Now I'm going to use my Challengers to kill this BGS. BGS are badass, by the way. Absolutely badass. It's a good thing I put it on times 3 speed. There's not too much to talk about. M1A1 ACAV sitting in the bush right there. Ooh, good kill. I didn't even think I killed that when I was playing it. I wasn't paying attention. Over here, I'm going to start backing up my Paris because I think there's Cobras over here. Maybe I saw them. Maybe I didn't. Maybe it was the Blackhawks that scared me. I don't know. But if I had started with the CV earlier, honestly, right here, the CV is just going to go and try to do backline shenanigans since it's a warrior. Not very smart. I should have tried to get it in here, honestly. First bomber of the game rolling out. Going to support my Terriers. All of my Terriers die anyways. Hamishishin are really good. You see that they're the max suppressed. This guy's taking satchel charges to the face, and it's still not going to route. Finally gets stunned. But the route mechanic on those reservist type units, I really feel like it should kick in faster. The threshold for suppression to make one of those units route is way too high, honestly. They should route faster. But I got a nice little Challenger swarm up at this point. He does have a point lead on me because I mismicroed my Challenger over here, and I don't know. I don't know what else to say about that. I'm trying to dive in on his M1A1. That is a terrible move. I got Jaguar coming. Jaguar does not kill it, sadly. Seed plane following the Jaguar does die immediately. Very bad RNG on my part. Also, it was a terrible angle that I came in at. Honestly, coming in this way. I guess it's pretty okay because I can line up shots on both of the Ihawks. But it's the fact that he was microing them and I wasn't able to line up the shots because he was microing them. A10 comes in. All I have is this rapier over here. First tornado's coming out. I do get the A10, and tornado survives very, very luckily. This one M1A1's over here, just sending shells into my boys right there. I wonder how loud the in-game music is for you guys. Is it too loud? I'm gonna turn it down just a little bit. There we go. Scimitar, I really like the Scimitar. Carl G does get a good shot off on the M1A1, and then it misses its two follow-up shots, which sucks. I'm trying to steal a move from him and put a Striker in a sneaky position, but the Striker is just not like the Jaguar. The Striker only has 23 pen, and its accuracy is absolutely dog shit. Meanwhile, the Jaguar's accuracy is 65%. You do get a longer salvo length with this guy, but nobody's going to sit there and let you shoot 5 at them. You get one shot, and then the smoke comes out. More of these assault squads popping up right here. I'm going to try to be cheeky with my Pioneers. They do get shot once and stunned, but with enough luck, I'll be able to do some damage to that M1A, and I do. Warriors arm rifles coming up in here because I need a screen here, and also the Warriors would be very nice to support my tanks in their engagements. Hellram's coming out here just to observe where he's been being really cheeky with his M1A1 in this bush. Forest tanks are pretty strong. I wish there was I wish they had, like, what is it called? I don't know, like how in Wargame Red Dragon, whenever you put your tank in a forest, it like gets stuck in the mud and shit. I wish that was in this game. I really do, because I think forest tanks suck. I hate fighting forest tanks. I really do. But anyways, at this point, I'm starting to realize like the strategic mistake. Like starting over here, okay, maybe I could get a few cheeky points if I had organized my opener better, but it really wasn't an organized opener at all. That's the first time I've ever tried to do anything like that with this division, I think. And, shit, well, I done learned, right? And, once I lost my position in here, what I really should have done, instead of buying the Jaguar, I should have just put a Parmelan right here, and, like, a recon unit, maybe an autocannon right there, and then I should have cycled all the way over to Foxtrot and started fighting in Foxtrot. Now, his side of the map is way better at cycling over, because they can just cut this way, so you really need control of these buildings. If blue doesn't have control of these buildings, they can just cut this way and they can go over way faster. Meanwhile, you have to back all the way up, come this way, and then cross no road terrain, and then come this way. Alternatively, you can just go all the way like that, but it's significantly larger travel distance. I mean, I guess it's sort of the same over here, but all you need to know is that there's no ATGMs right here. And you can go this way, because the line of sight over here with these bushes is really fucky on your on blue's ATGMs. You can kind of just duck behind the bushes, except for right here, I suppose. But alternatively, you have a road that takes you that way. Anyways. Yeah, I think that was my strategic mistake, was really going for this town. But the town, you know what? Never mind. All I like to think of are problems. I never want to think of solutions. Thinking of solutions here, I should have just attacked here. I really should have. I mean, he's got really good defenses up already, though. There's an ACAV over there, a Bradley, M1A1 over here. And something that I realized as I was playing this game was I was never really killing any of his tanks. That's a massive issue. But you see there's just a giant discrepancy between the amount of forces that we have on the field. Town pivots, kills my Hellram. I don't know how I didn't see that coming. And that's exactly what I thought too. I'm gonna go bomb that that mech rifles that was in there. I don't think I actually got the kill because he was paying attention. I'm a Sushin over here, took out my rapier, pretty sad. And look at me, still trying to attack into the town. And I'm trying to come up this way, which is a terrible move. Why is it a terrible move? Because he has forest here, forest here, forest here, forest here, forest here, forest here. And the intersecting fields of fire that you're capable of doing here are fucking nuts. And basically, if you're attacking up this way with tanks, he's always going to sideshot you. Obviously, it probably goes without saying if you're just thinking a little bit. Like, first of all, let's say you do get up to here with tanks. Now what? You gonna push through the town with tanks? And that's something that I like to do, is I like to just bash my tanks against towns, which is something that I'm gonna need to stop doing. More tornado, more Jaguar. And here it is, the intersecting field of fire. He's side-shotting me, tearing me up. And then the A10 comes in as well. At least the rapier skillet. Carl G gets a shot off. He did not notice that it was there. I don't know if I actually killed that or not. Doesn't look like I did. But now my challenge count has been cut in half, essentially, and it's all due for repairs as well, which sucks. But once again, the main issue here is I'm just bashing my head against this. I really feel like what I had to do was I had to start with 2 CVs, cap these zones real fast, try to get a couple hundred points on him, and then just sit here and stare at him, because his division is way better defensively than mine is offensively. I think that 1st Armored really doesn't have any skirmishing capabilities, aside from the Scimitar, but the Scimitar can't really, like, it's not going to be able to leave fast, so you can't really skirmish with that either. Like, the only way you can kill something is with a full-blown assault, unless you're using these helicopters. These helicopters are pretty good for skirmishing, but, yeah. That's just what I think, though. You guys can let me know what you think. But, I guess Assault Pioneers are pretty good. I mean, not Assault Pioneers, but the Terriers Carl Gustav. Terriers Carl Gustav. I had previously been avoiding using them because I thought their availability per card is shit. And it is. It is trash availability per card. But they do have their utility in their forward deployment. And I think you really have to find a way to flex that you have forward deploy units in order to make this division work against another armored division. And do you get that M1A1? This Challenger, try to smoke him off, but he dies. Now all my tanks are coming up this way. I did have pretty good vision. I am doing a lot of good damage, but here come the Jaguars, and he sniped my recon unit. Very smart. This recon unit should honestly be moving into a position where he can be useful. He is now. Yep, Jaguars. Jaguars are pretty good, if you guys didn't know. They can survive the majority of tank shots, too, to the face, because they have, like, 5 armor. 6 armor. The Jaguar has more armor than my IFVs do. Now I'm starting to use artillery, try try to destroy his screening force, because I know his numbers of infantry are pretty thin in that division, even though in combination with the recon tab, it's really not too bad overall. He's doing a really good job of smoking off his units whenever they're in compromising positions and then pulling them back as to not lose them, which is something that I'm really not good at, because my tanks ain't no pussies. Take out that Jaguar over here. Now I'm finally gonna do the switcheroo that I've been planning for a while, or I should have done a lot longer ago with the Milans over here. And I'm leaving some of my tanks over here. Big mistake. I should have just stayed blobbed up, and I should have had my tracked rapiers moving with my blob as well. This Challenger is going to advance on a move command. Really bad. Guest side shot. Terrible for me. And I'm going to go all out with my tornadoes and probably the most wasteful air sortie possibly imaginable. And he's going to return with an air sortie of his own, which is really successful. This Challenger missed. Imagine if he hit. Boom. Now that's the game. There's really not much else to watch or talk about. Jub is really good at playing heavy tank decks. He's really good at 11 ACAV specifically. Alright, don't close the video. It's not over yet, because I have to tell you something. The entire time I was playing this game, I was streaming in the Cadian Officers Club Discord channel, and one of the members, he said that I just wasn't playing right, but I think that me with this division, or anybody with this division, can't beat this guy with this division. That's what I thought. So he wanted to disprove me, so he did some hunting on the ladder for a little bit, and then he streamed his game playing against him. The way that would have been a better way to play against him. Because he just said that, like, I just had the wrong strategy. But I don't think it's just that I had the wrong strategy. I also think that that guy is really good with that division. And I don't think that First Armored is capable of stopping him. So anyways, friend in question is Gunmetal here. And Jub again. And they did get the same map and same sides, the same map. Like I was getting into a little bit earlier, I feel like red side is the less favorable side because blue has access to all of these zones, and if blue has airborne, they have access to the beginning of your zone right there. Not only that, but blue can drive through Echo over here, cap Echo, and then cap Foxtrot. Meanwhile, you gotta cap Delta, which you go this way, and then you can go into Foxtrot, right? But you don't want to do that because blue gets over to the Foxtrot before you. So you go into Delta about halfway, turn around because that's the timing for your CV to cap, and then you go over here. Nice. I will say right side does have one favorable advantage, and this strategy used to be really popular where you would just take tanks and you would just rush down this road to right here and just sit here in the forest of tanks and infantry and cut off this reinforcement path. However, it's become less popular since the release of this dual map, and that is because the dual map allows for another route this way to the town. You don't have to go this way. You can go straight that way. And more often than not, Charlie is a negligible zone. Everybody ignores it. Yep. Yeah, that's what I think about this map. In essence, all in all. Now let's speed up through the deployment. Alright, boys, so here's the deployments. So, Gunmetal thought about going with a more airborne presence than me, more of an airborne presence than me. So, airborne paraleader going into this zone to try to cap real quick with some terriers. Hiccups, man. Whenever I talk a lot, I get hiccups and it sucks. I don't know why, and I hate it. 2 Javelin LMLs going over there to support against any possible helicopters. 2 SAS patrol. One's hitting this forest. One's hitting this building right here. And then we've got a Challenger Mark III and a Challenger Mark II command. Challenger Mark II command's on double vet. Challenger Mark III is on double vet as well. And then the commander's boosting it up to the rare triple vet tank. We've got Warrior Milans and a Tracked Rapier and Assault Pioneers. Jub side, M1A1 ACAV going over there. BGS going up there. Bradley CP pivots. Pivots is moving over there. This guy's really good at using his M2A2 Bradley CPs. These are an extremely strong leader unit. Not only are they capable of self-defense, they're also capable of non-self offense, if that makes sense. M3A2 Bradley over there, going over there to 2A again. 5 frontal armor, very strong unit. Air rifles going to claim the town once again, and some Cobras escorting them, along with an IHawk, Imasusun, Unimog. So, less IHawks this time, but essentially the same deployment from Jub. Going back to ×3 as well. And we'll play it from Gunmetal's perspective. F-16 comes out, triggers probably an over-response from Gunmetal with his 250-point Tornado F3 to scare off a 150-point F-16. Is that the cheap F-16? Please stay in vision long enough for me to pull up your card. Fuck. Okay. 170-point F-16. Yep. Javelin Mills ended up dismounting here whenever he realized there was no helo presence over here. These are in a pretty decent position to protect your forces in this position and this position. Right now, it seems as if they're just looking for each other. I wonder if Jub has any vision. Yeah, he does. The BGS sees the SAS patrol. That's crazy. The building cover bonus is ridiculous, bro. Like a stealth advantage too in the buildings over the stealth in the tree line. I didn't actually know that was a thing. And this has radar optics too. See, the radar optics are on. He's within like 1,300 meters and you still can't see him. This SAS patrol finally sees him within 700 meters. Cobras coming out to skirmish. That's that skirmishing capability that you don't really have in First Armored unless you want to go for the Gazelle rockets. But Gazelle rockets, obviously, kind of a shit unit. Tornado Seeds out here looking for the IHawks. Jub has good IHawk micro, but we're going in for the Jaguar HE2 strike. Kills the IHawk, but bad trade again. This is a cool little tank fight right here. So the 3-vet Challenger, a 2-vet Challenger. He is putting some shells down on these M1A1s, but they are retreating pretty well. And interesting thing here that obviously Gunmetal didn't know is that the M2A2 CV is sitting right here, covering these M1A1s from the Challengers charging in after him. However, Gunmetal does get 2 of them, really decent. And then the M2A2 fires its TOW 2A, turns armor front towards the Bradley. Nice reaction time, but now you're side on to the M1A1. smoked off. M1A1 did miss, and also I think the front armor rotated fast enough to not get side shot. Engine destroyed. That's a good crit. So that was a very nice tank trade for Gunmetal. Very good tank micro here in this situation. He got 2 M1A1s and destroyed the engine of the other one. Now I think he's just trying to be wary of the ATGMs over here. And boom, A10 comes in and gets a shot first hit. That fucking hurts. But so far, Gunmetal is definitely proving that he has way better tank micro than me, and I think that's true. My tank micro sucks. I've been trying really hard to work on that and get better at it, but I don't know what it is with me and my brain. I just don't like how you can't be very aggressive with the heavy tanks until you destroy like everything. You have to destroy like everything, then you can be aggressive. Hemus Yushin spam. Once again, these Hemus Yushin take for fucking ever to route. We'll see if any of them actually route at all. 2 of them are max cohesion damage. I mean, 3 of them. Half their guys dead. Cobras skirmishing on this side, meanwhile. That Hemus Yushin finally routed. Okay, there's a lot of action right here. We'll slow it down. So, the Raiden spam putting a lot of damage down. You see those Hemus Yushin didn't route. This Hemus Yushin's not routed. This Hemus Yushin's not routed. This Hemus Yushin's not routed. Yeah, I have a problem with the reservist units and how long they take to route. I really do. M2A2 backed up by a Green Archer right here is enough to scare off the Warrior Milans, because the Warrior Milans only have 45% accuracy, and the M2A2 can obviously smoke off. Hemus Yushin gets stunned, not routing. Still not routing. Now he's targeting down the Mech Rifles Dragons to eliminate the threat of them being able to actually kill anything. Hemus Yushin has 3 guys left. It's still not routing. Hemus Yushin died before it routed. I really don't think that there's any debuff. Like, this trait, the reservist trait, does not exist, dude. Where's the routes? There are no routes. It's so rare that you'll actually see one of these reservist trait units route as well. So rare. Artillery coming in on the Milan swarm. Gunmetal here is down to just 1 challenger. I mean, 2 challengers. There's 2 Sea Knights over here. Gunmetal doesn't like that. He's floating his 2 tornadoes about. It's a trap, though. Those Sea Knights are 100% bait, but the issue is if you push up your tracked rapiers to take out the Sea Knights, then the ATGMs and tank guns that are certainly hiding within these forests are going to murder your tracked rapiers, and if you try to push up any javelins to get these Sea Knights, well, the javelins are trash, and they're also a 2 HP squad, so they're going to die immediately if they get shot at by a tank gun. Yeah, I understand. Gunmetal really, if he wants to push right now, he doesn't have much of an option aside from gun running these Sea Knights and hoping for the best. There is an F-16 AA2 out here. See, Jub has not done anything over here. Gunmetal has a challenger just sitting in the forest right here. Sea Knight starting to blast that SAS patrol. Hemus Yushin are still here because they don't die. Zombie Meta never ran away. It just started hiding itself better. The tracked rapier pushed up. Misses his shot on the Sea Knight because tracked rapier is absolute trash. Warrior Milan's trying to come around this way. The issue is this SCS patrol, despite being GSR, can't see anything that's actually over there. And let's go to see what's actually over there. It's just a Heimer station that's over there. That's all. Nope, once again, there's a recon unit over here that the SAS patrol can't spot within 1,000 meters. These artillery strikes are just nailing the Challenger. Well, now they're missing, but one shot doing 2 damage to the Challenger is still huge. Another seaplane comes out, trying to clear the way for his fighters to strike out against the Sea Knights. He draws fire, but he doesn't. I don't think he got any of the Eyehawks, sadly, and the Tornadoes have to evac anyways. So nothing really came of that. The Sea Knights are still sitting here, staring at gunmetal menacingly. Actually, the Sea Knights are just showing their ass to him. They're taunting him. But it's a big issue, and it's a big issue with First Armored in general against any deck that like has any sort of decent helicopter, or even not even decent helicopter, just helicopters in general, like ATGM helicopter, is they can kind of just sit outside of the range of your AA and bait you, like, come get me if you want to. And then they spot your tracked rapiers and murder them, or they bomb your AA, or your AA gets killed by a multitude of any other units. Yeah, this is the only way to kill helicopters in First Armored, is to just hope that your opponent does make a mistake, which I think sucks, because it really limits the offensive capability of First Armored. Assault Pioneer is pretty good. Jaguars coming in to bomb this M1A1 swarm. Does do good suppression. Challenger's pushing up along with all this infantry right here. Good screen. It takes about 5 Warrior Milans to do the job of 1 Jaguar 2. You probably could have gotten that M1A1 with the Milans if you didn't move them forward. Tornado comes up to try to protect his tanks from the A10. Very necessary. But it doesn't protect them from the double LGB strike, where none of the javelins hit and all the tracked rapiers are dead because they're bad. Challenger Mark II misses its first shot, even on 2-vet with 70% accuracy. Now there's mortars here. Just shredding Gunmetal's position over here, forcing him to push his Law 80s up. Challenger Mark II gets nailed by that Bradley he was fighting earlier and dies because the SAS patrol can't see into the forest. Once again, I think vehicles in forest are kind of ridiculous in Warno. They definitely need to add those stuck in the mud crits back. Now the mortars are just raining down hell, and it doesn't seem as if Gunmetal has any intention of using artillery of his own to counter that. And that's a smart decision, because these are Panzer mortars, 110% they are, and counter battery against armored mortar units does not exist. It's not real, and it's not economically feasible either. He's trying to use the Hell Rams in tandem with his tanks, but the lines of sight are really, really funky over here. Defending this town with tanks is really strong because of all the funky lines of sight that you can do. I really hope the in-game volume's not too loud. A10 tries to come in for the Challenger. Challenger smokes off. 2 Tornadoes go out for revenge. It looks like they did get something. I'm not sure what that was, but the F-16 LGB is here, and as you notice, there is now no longer an air tab here because all of Gunmetal's aircraft are dead. SAS Patrol, once again, it has to get within 700 meters to be able to see the BGS. That's bullshit. Honestly, I really do think it's bullshit. Hold on, I want to pause for a moment here. Like, if SAS Patrol needs to get that close to spot infantry in a building, you know what I'm saying? I feel like stealth is a little bit too strong in this game, and I think that it really shows as well. And anytime you play an airborne division or a division that has ninja tanks, because detection in this game is absolute trash. You can't see shit. Even the best, like, seeing units with their exceptional optics can't see these BGS in the building within like 700 meters. I think that's bullshit, dude. I really do. So, with that being said, do we think that it's fair for there to be tanks, actual tanks, with mediocre or even good stealth? Or autocannons with mediocre or even good stealth? I really don't think it is. That's my opinion. But I don't think that means that they need to be taken out of the game or nerfed. I think what that means is that recon should be buffed. And they did make this change a while ago. Like a long time ago. I think it was like a year ago that they made that change. Gunmetal loses. GG, well played to both players, of course. But they did make that change like a year ago where they buffed recon optics. Because it used to be that you couldn't see shit at all. Even when it was shooting at you. But, I mean, as demonstrated here, you kind of still can't see shit. ATGMs from vehicles specifically are still really strong. Especially vehicles of smoke. Very strong. Anyways, this guy's just a really strong 11 Cav player as well. Hope you guys enjoyed this game. If you did, or this cast, I mean. If you did enjoy this cast and you watched the whole thing, you owe it to me to like the video, subscribe, and comment. And in the comment section, I want to know what your strategy would be to defeat Jub Jub playing 11A Cav as First Armored. See you in the next one. Ciao.